Awakening isn't about fitting in. It's about remembering who you truly are. The false self, the conditioned self, is like a mask that you've worn for so long that you forgot the contours of your own face. And at first the mask feels protective, even necessary. And of course some of us get so used to wearing it that we start polishing the mask and convincing ourselves that this mask is the latest fashion. It becomes very, very familiar. But over time, it tightens, and you begin to ache for the freedom of your authentic self. So then authenticity is the moment you gently remove the mask and discover that underneath, you were always pure awareness. You were always authentic love. And just to be clear, my use of the word love is never about the human emotion. It refers to the ground of our shared being. It's unconditional. It's unfiltered. It is the essence that remains when the mask falls away. So let's look at all the different ways that there's this pull of conditioning that we experience, like the pressure to be acceptable, or successful, or normal, right? Conditioning creates masks, which are the roles and the identities and the performances that feel safe but are actually quite hollow. The false self is antithetical to authenticity because it's built on fear and approval seeking. The conditioning that shapes the false self is designed to keep you fitting in and conforming. While awakening is the opposite. It dissolves those layers so the authentic radiance of awareness can shine through. Now, here's the bottom line. Authenticity arises when you stop negotiating with fear. Negotiating with fear is like wearing a mask at work to please your boss, wearing a mask in a relationship to win the other person's approval. And at first, the mask does seem to protect you. It helps you fit in, it helps you avoid conflict, and it helps you gain acceptance. But over time, the mask tightens, and you realize you've been bargaining away your freedom. And in that moment, you realize that the truth of who you really are is not a mask. It's not a role. It's awareness itself. Yeah. So authenticity arises the moment you stop negotiating with fear and remove the mask. And here's the key. The moment you stop trying to be someone, life with a capital L begins to live as you. As you. And here's the practice. Notice when and where the mask tightens. And just like shoes that once fit but now pinch your feet, just notice. At first you can ignore the discomfort of wearing tight shoes, but eventually you realize you can't walk freely until you take them off. So again, notice when the mask tightens, and you will feel it, and sometimes you will find that you feel it somewhere. That discomfort is somewhere in your body. So is there a situation in your life right now that tightens the mask? And if there is, just pause and take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is true beneath the performance? What is true beneath the performance? If conditioning is like shoes that once fit but now pinch your feet with every step, then awakening is the moment you realize you don't have to keep walking in pain. You can take them off and walk barefoot in true freedom. In true freedom. So authenticity is not something you achieve. It's what remains when the false self dissolves, when all of the conditioning dissolves. And this happens over time. It's a process. The freedom is the fragrance of that truth of who you are. And peace is its light. Thank you so much for being here with me on this beautiful day. Namaste.